We're doing a lot of these kind of short 5-10 minute videos, just because swamped doing like 1,000 different things as we're building out the studio continuously and trying to do stuff here. But the whole thing with Epstein, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. When this first bubbled its head up years ago, I didn't give two shits about it because I thought a lot of it was kookiness and wackiness. It wasn't that I didn't think there was something there. It was there anything there that you ever going to find out about? And lo and behold, here we are years later. And people ask me, as I was talking to my friend today, because they're like, you hurt yourself when it comes to talking about going against Trump. And I'm like, why? He's a human being. He's the president. I want him to succeed. At the same time, the reality is America is the most important thing. That's what I want to succeed the most. And in truth, hiding pieces of shit who molest and or sexually assault and rape young children is vile and disgusting. And we should not stand for it. We shouldn't. And it's important to me because as a child, I went through horrific things. That's why it's important to me. It's important to me because I have daughters, including a 15-year-old or soon to be 15-year-old in less than a month and a 7-year-old. It's important to me because of that. It's important to me because to allow people to get away with shit will allow them to get away with more shit. And we can't have that. I said to my friends today, he was like, well, why haven't they done this? And why haven't they done that? What about this? And what about that? And quite frankly, I'm kind of over talking about a lot of this shit. They'll vote tomorrow. Maybe it comes out. Maybe it doesn't. Probably never see the light of day. Anything worth a damn. They have hacked, whacked, and chopped anything up that could be conceivably an issue for their donors or, dare I say, anybody in the political sphere that could cause them some serious issues. But see, then you start going down the rabbit hole where, well, I didn't do anything over here. If they come after me with this, guess what? I've got stuff on this guy over here. And all of a sudden, you're going to get what? You're going to get Stonewall. There's supposed to be some 200,000 pages of stuff. I don't know what will ever come out, if anything will ever come out. What I do know, though, is as a father, as a son, as a brother and a nephew, I could not imagine that we think that somehow these people should get away with it and we're okay with it. I'm sorry. I could not imagine that we, and I said this to my friends today, I said, it's really amazing that you've got a bunch of people running around on the Republican side of the aisle going, we need to protect girls' sports. We need to protect boys shouldn't play girls' sports. And I'm like, yeah, but it's okay if dirty old men do stuff to them because politics. Fuck that. No, wrong. It's bullshit. And we don't hold people's feet to the fire. I've said all along, I don't think Trump has done anything, but the more that he acts this way, the more suspicious I get that he knew a lot more that was going on. But will we ever find that out? No. And they made a huge deal about this. And what they're not realizing in the powers to be, because Trump started out last week, it's fake, everything's fake, it's all baloney, it's a hoax. People are like, why aren't these girls saying anything? Why aren't they saying anything? You're a 30-year-old woman or a 35-year-old woman who's trying to live her life, recover from this shit. And oh, by the way, you don't have the power of government officials, governments, billions of dollars to come after you and throttle you. Well, they would have a bunch of people that would throw money at them to help them. Will they? Do they? See, it's this want to protect these people, not based on something where you thought they were wrongly accused. No, it's based on politics. And when it comes to humanity, when it comes to the way that we should see vulnerable, that's bullshit. There should be no politics. It should be right. It should be wrong. That's it. And as I talk to a lot of young Gen Zers in particular, who really thought this was a big issue because they were told we're going to unload on everybody. We're going to get this thing out there. We're going to break open the egg of destruction and allow it all to come out and see the light and that was all lies. Because what you found out was there was a bunch of stuff inside of these things that made it look like you were either implicated and or knew a lot more and therefore put yourself at risk. And in doing so, you couldn't have that. So you decided, nope, not my donors, not people I know, not anybody that could potentially take me down and or the movement itself. So it's just better to say, I'll lie to people. And you know what? A vast majority of people will buy it because they want cheap gas and all the people immigration wild deported out of here as fast as possible. And I'll just go with that. Well, that's shit. And you know it and I know it. Why should I believe anything you say from here on out? It's important to me, yes, because of what happened to me as a child. It's important to me because I have kids. It should be important to everybody. That not only should we not be lied to, we shouldn't be a party to a country that is willing to go and hide pieces of shit because of politics. And I think it's important. And yeah, so do I get a lot of crap? Every single day. Do I get people say horrific things about me? Every single day, because I don't support Trump to the nth power. I want Trump to succeed. But this is something that you've brought on, that you pushed, that you had everybody in your administration at some point in time pushed on God knows how many different podcasts. This is a monster of your own making, and now it has come home. And now what? Well, you're going to tell everybody it's stupid, it's wrong, just for Democrats doing horrific things to try to make everybody understand that it's the greatest economy in the history of mankind and everything's great. I care about, are we doing the right thing? That's what I care about. Holding people's feet to the fire in this situation. And it's sad that we have more people who are willing to try to somehow soft pedal it, make it feel like, well, you know, what about this and what about that? And some of these girls, I think, no, wrong. Absolutely effing wrong. We cannot allow this. Because if they get away with this, where it just gets swept under and nothing comes of it, why should they stop? Do whatever the hell they want at that point in time. And that's a sad state that we find ourselves in. We'll see. Catch me tomorrow. Live radio, 6 to 9 West Coast, 9 to noon on the East Coast. You can also go to chadbensonshow.com, grab the podcast as well. Tomorrow we'll talk, we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll talk a little bit more about the economy, which I think is really important that we talk about the economy. Where's it going? Where do I think it's going to go? Because, you know, this is a serious issue because on top of everything else, the economy does matter. Big time. Because everybody, you, me, and everybody, we participate in the economy. And we need to figure out, is this going in the right place, in the right direction, or are we going to start to see some troubles? Talk about that among other things. You guys have a blessed and amazing rest of your night. And we will do it again tomorrow, as always.